guys, it's Steph. Welcome to today's video. I have a couple declutter videos that I'm going to be sharing with you guys over the next week or so. I usually do a complete makeup declutter series every year, and if you've followed me for a few years, probably familiar with it. I go right down like through all my drawers, starting with foundation and usually ending with eyeshadow palettes. This year is going to be a little bit different. You guys may remember, if you've been with me for a little while, last October, our town flooded quite severely, and the bottom level of our house, which is where my makeup room is, was completely destroyed. So the water on this level of our home was actually up to my waist. And I got a lot of stuff out as quickly as I could, but obviously, you know, I had other priorities like getting my kids out of the house and saving the electronics and all that kind of stuff too. So unfortunately, I did have to get rid of quite a bit of makeup because it was water damaged. And I mean, it was just contaminated. So I had to toss quite a bit of makeup. I'm really not telling you that for sympathy. I feel very lucky because many houses in our town were completely destroyed, and there are still people living in hotels who have not gotten their insurance money yet and have no place to live. We were very fortunate. Insurance covered our basement. We have a brand new basement, which is much nicer than the one we had before, and I was able to redo my makeup room. So yes, I had to get rid of some makeup. The only reason I'm really telling you guys this is because this declutter series is going to be a little bit more condensed this year because I had to declutter a lot of makeup that I wasn't planning on getting rid of last October. So also, if you've been following this series for a while and you notice like, oh, what happened to, you know, that palette or whatever, if it's not here, it's because it was water damaged and I had to get rid of it. So that being said, I still wanted to do a couple declutter videos because I just think it's a good thing to do once a year. Go through your collection, see what you're using, see what you're not using, get rid of anything that's expired, and pass along the items that you're not using to someone else who may. So that's what I'm gonna do. And one final disclaimer, because I do feel like I need to address this. I am very aware that I have a lot of makeup, and it's part of what I do. I review makeup on YouTube. And so I purchase a lot of makeup because I want to review it for you guys, but I also am very fortunate and get a decent amount of PR items sent my way. So, you know, I like to do these declutters because I know that I'm always going to be bringing in new products to review. So I want to make sure that I'm just, you know, keeping a, pretty organized system. And like I said, passing along items to other people that I'm not personally going to be using. Okay, so that being said, let's get started with this bronzer declutter. All right, so the first item I have here is one that I know I'm going to be getting rid of. This is the Temp2 bronzer. I got this in a BoxyCharm. It pulled very orange on me, and I didn't really love it, but also it has leaked and dried, and around the cap, there's a lot of dry bronzer that I've tried to remove, but this is one item that I am going to toss, so I'm gonna put this in the throwaway pile. Okay, this is another easy one. This is a newer bronzer to my collection from Elate Clean Cosmetics. I love it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it does make a bit of a mess when you open it up because it is a loose powder. Here it is. I had to open it away from the blanket because I didn't want to get the powder on the blanket. And you can see it's on my hands. But if you take the time to open it carefully, it is one of the most beautiful bronzers I've ever used. I'll insert a picture of me wearing it because I just think it is such a beautiful kind of goddessy glowy bronzer. So I love this. I'm definitely going to keep it. And the other cool thing about Elate Cosmetics is that you can just repurchase powder refills. So you can just keep filling up this really pretty container. So love this. It's definitely staying. Okay, also this is a newer bronzer to my collection. I got this in a Nourish Beauty box. It's the Syrupy and Botanicals bronzing duo. I love both the shades. I kind of just stick a stipple brush in and mix them together, and then I'll contour with it. Even though it's a little bit shimmery, it's beautiful. It's very, it's glowy, but it's soft. So I love that. It's gonna stay. Okay, this is my Makeup Forever Cream Contour Kit, and if you've been with me for a while, you may know I love this. I think it's beautiful. I'll be honest, it was in one of the drawers that leaked some water, and I pulled it out as quickly as I could, but I haven't reached for it because I've always kind of thought maybe it has been damaged. I probably shouldn't be keeping it. I don't use it anymore because of that. And I've had this for a few years now, so I'm pretty sure it's run its course. So I am going to get rid of this one. All right, so next I have this highlight and contour palette by IBY Beauty. IBY Beauty shows up a lot in BoxyCharm, and I really do enjoy a lot of their products. As you can see though, I really don't reach for this one that much. It's pretty untouched because I do tend to reach more for my Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I wouldn't say that these are dupes, but they do have some similar colors in them. But I just really like this one. I really love this middle color for contouring. I like this for setting my under eyes. I like to use this as a subtle highlight. So this is the one that I use the most. So I am going to keep this one. But this one, I think I have swatched, maybe worn once or so. It's still got the little plastic on the mirror. So I'm gonna pass this one along to someone else because I think someone else would get some use out of this. This is my Kevyn Aucoin medium sculpting powder. I love this. There's a pretty good dip in it. I use this all the time for contouring, so I'm gonna keep that. And again, another one of my favorites. If you guys watch my channel, you probably know I love, love, love this butter bronzer by Physicians Formula. I have it in light, and it's just so smooth. It truly is like butter. It just glides onto your cheeks. It's perfect for lighter skin tones. My only complaint about Physicians Formula is I feel like they lack a good color range within all of their products. They really are more geared towards lighter to medium skin tones, and I just don't think there's any reason for that in this day or age, so that's my only complaint. But if you are in the lighter to medium skin tone range, this is a really nice drugstore bronzer. Okay, I have a bunch of Too Faced bronzers that I received in a PR box. I did pass along, I think, one or two to my friends of shades that I knew wouldn't work for me but would work for them. So I'm gonna go through those quickly. This is one of my favorites. I am definitely gonna keep this. It's called Sweet Tea, I think. Yeah, Sweet Tea. And it's got two bronzers. One's a little more illuminating. I like to just dust this all over my décolleté, a little bit on my shoulders, especially in the summertime. I really like this, and it's definitely gonna stay. Also, I'm definitely gonna keep the original Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I have one in a palette right now that I reach for, but this is a newer one. I am gonna keep this as a backup. This one is Beach Bunny, and I happen to know that my sister likes this. It's a little bit dark for me. It has a lot of shimmer. I haven't used this one. I have it again in a palette, but I am gonna pass that one along to her. Sun Bunny is kind of along those same lines, except there are only two shades. There is a little bit of shimmer in these as well, but again, this is a newer one that I haven't used yet, so I'm going to pass that one along. This one is Dark Chocolate Soleil, and it is beautiful. Again, you've got like the original, the milk chocolate, and then the dark chocolate. Now this one is a little bit too dark for me, so I'm going to put this one again in the pass along pile. And this one is called Pink Leopard, and I actually think I am going to keep this because I used it a couple times this summer, and it makes a really pretty blush, just a bronzy blush. It's really unique. I don't have anything like it. I love the print, so this one is going to stay. This is a trio from Physicians Formula. I recently did a best of Physicians Formula video. I'll put a card up here if you're interested, and this is one of my favorite products from them. Oops, solely because of this middle shade. There, I adjusted the light a little bit. Hopefully that looks a little truer. But this is a really nice, soft, taupey kind of gray tone. And it works really nicely as a contour shade. I also like this matte highlighting shade. I don't have a lot of matte highlighters. I don't reach for that one much, but these two I do use quite a bit. Again, just a nice drugstore option. I'm gonna hang on to this. This is a palette from Laura Mercier that I've had for a while, and I do like to use particularly this highlighting shade. So pretty. I love these baked products from Laura Mercier. I also like to use the bronzer all over, like my hairline and just around my face. The blush, I guess this is a blush. I don't use that much because it does pull quite orange. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell, but I do reach for these products quite a bit, so I am going to keep this one. All right, I do have 3 e.l.f. palettes, and I'm just gonna kind of open them all up and take a look and see which ones I want to keep. Okay, so this is the Illuminating Face Palette. It's got 2, well, this is a bronzer, this is a highlighter, and these are 2 blushes. Now, I really don't like the highlighter. I think it's pulling more orange on camera than it actually is, but it does lean pretty orange on me. However, these 2 blushes I love, and I wore a lot in the summer, so I'm gonna keep this one. This one I don't reach for at all. These all have a little bit of shimmer in them. I thought these might be nice contour shades because they're a little bit cooler toned, but the shimmer just is a little too much. And they come off as more of like a light gray cream color. They just don't really give me a lot of definition. They just don't work that well for me. So this is the another illuminating palette, I guess, from e.l.f. I'm gonna put this in the giveaway pile. Someone else may be able to use it. And this one is the same. They're all a little bit shimmery and just too warm tone for my skin. This highlighter is like, I don't know, it's just a strange color. It's almost like it pulls a little too yellow. A lot of these shades, I mean, they're nice, but they're just too warm for my skin tone. So this is gonna go in the giveaway pile. All right, this is actually a concealer palette, but I put it in my bronzer drawer because I was trying to use, there's a lot of darker shades in here, and I was trying to use them as cream contours. I'm pretty picky about my concealer. It needs to be very creamy, and you know, I'm 34. I need something that's gonna give me a little bit of coverage, but also not look really crepey or cakey. So I thought this might be kind of a neat contour palette. But I gotta be honest, I really don't like the formula of these. I found them very hard to blend out. This is by Measurable Difference, I guess is the name of the company. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and yeah, it just didn't really work for me at all. I've tried a couple different shades. Some of them I haven't touched, so this is gonna go in the giveaway pile. And then last but not least, I have this product from The Body Shop. This is their Honey Bronze Drops of Sun Holiday Creator. This is a really cool product, actually. It's kind of got like a jelly-like formula. It is very dark, but what I like to do, especially in the summer, was mix a little bit of this with my SPF and just put it all over my face to give me just a little bit of warmth. I really like this, and I would continue to use it throughout the winter months just to kind of prolong my tan, which I say with a laugh because I don't really get that tan, but this definitely adds just a nice glow and bit of warmth to the skin. So this I would definitely recommend, and I'm gonna keep. Okay, so these are the items that I'm going to be either passing along or throwing out. These 2 I am going to throw away. I don't feel comfortable passing them along. I know this one was in a drawer that was water damaged, and this one has exploded and is just, it's not in great shape. It's the consistency of the product has changed, so those I'm going to toss. These items I am going to give away. Those bronzers I have not touched. These I've worn a few times, but just didn't work that well for me. This one I could have made work, but I really don't need it because I have the Anastasia contour kit that I like. So these are going to be the giveaway items. All right, and then these are the items that I'm going to be keeping. I feel good about this. I feel like I've kind of condensed my collection. These are all items that I reach for. This one I reach for the blushes, but whatever, I still use it. And I feel like there's a good variety here. I've got some that I do use as blushes, like that Pink Leopard from Too Faced. I've got some nice contour colors. This doubles as like a nice body illuminizer. This works really well to just warm up the face and just give you a little bit of glow. So I'm really happy with these products. I'm going to, continue to use them regularly, and I feel like this was a pretty successful declutter. So I hope you guys like this. If you want to see more, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the bell so that you are notified of new videos, which I upload 3 days a week. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Take care of each other, and I'll see you soon. Bye.